Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our morning edition of Big Brother 23 Live Feed Spoilers. Welcome to day 7 of the game. It has been almost a full week since these people came in. I know it feels like it's been a month.
Yeah.
There's been a lot going on. Maybe today will be a little bit quieter. I don't know. It's going to depend on, I guess, campaigns. We'll see. But
yeah, I want to see some campaigns happening. So far, there's not a lot going on yet.
No, but so in this video, we're going to tell you a little bit about some alliances. We have a official question mark declaration of the Slaughterhouse.
Yup.
We'll see if that actually matters at all, but we'll talk about a couple of other alliances we haven't discussed too much so far. People are starting to look a little bit ahead towards what they want to see happen next.
Yep.
But before we dive into anything more here, of course, hit that subscribe button because multiple times a day, we're here, we're watching the feeds, we're giving you the lowdown on all of this craziness, and we want you guys to be a part of it.
Also, be sure to follow us over on Instagram, Matt and Jess TV. We've got some cool pictures up there of our animals, our homes, stuff like that. If you just want to get to know us better, then head on over there.
You're saying that we posted our Animal Kingdom over there? Kind of like we're discussing Animal Kingdom here at the channel.
Look at Matt sliding.
There's that transition. Also, we are posting a preview for Power Book 3 Raising Kanan very soon. It's premiering this weekend. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, so far, when it comes to who's going home, it seems that it is still Travis. Nothing has really changed right now.
Unless somebody actually starts to do something, I don't know if it is going to change.
Yeah.
The fact that everybody just seems to be kind of content to talk about what they want to see happen next isn't a particularly good sign for Travis.
No, I mean, when it all first came out that he was going on the block, he just didn't seem to really care a lot. He wasn't really putting much into anything, and I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because I don't really know him that much. He hasn't really done anything. That maybe he was gonna just give it a little bit of time and then start campaigning, but here we are. It's Tuesday and nothing's happening.
Yeah. Okay, well, is everybody ready for the official meeting of the Slaughterhouse? And by official, I mean the one version of the Slaughterhouse that apparently the CBS show is going to focus on.
Yeah. Frenchie is claiming that this meeting is for production. I mean, they don't talk about production that often, so it's kind of surprising that slipped through. But I mean, the show does love to show alliances, and because Slaughterhouse has been all over the map, there's so many people, I'm sure that they did sit down with him and was like, listen, you just need to roll this into an alliance and give us a meeting and then move forward.
So here are supposedly the people that are in the Slaughterhouse, and just know that really it feels like the majority of the house is, but apparently this is how CBS is going to define it. So we have Frenchie, Alyssa, Xavier, Whitney, Derek F., Brent, Kyland, Christian. I think that's 8. Okay, there we go. There's a lot of people, and I don't even know how many of them even really care about this alliance at all.
Yeah, I think in general, people are just keeping their options open to it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a lot of people that are in other alliances like the Cookout or have their final 2s or stuff like that, they are not telling them about the Slaughterhouse, so they're at least kind of keeping it in the back of their head. But, is it really the true alliance? I think everybody's just weighing their options. It's just kind of like, well, we don't know who the next HOH is going to be, so maybe I'll be Team Slaughterhouse. Maybe I'll be Team Cookout. Who knows? We'll see how it all lands, which is the right way to go about it. You have to be adaptable.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being adaptable in this game, and even if you think in your head, like let's say, for example, someone thinks that the Cookout is their true alliance, but then they go and they spill the beans on the Slaughterhouse, then maybe that person who's in the Cookout is like, well, why you got a big alliance? I'm going to go and tell other people about it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think at least until the teams start to break up, because I think they said it was after like week 4 or something, that we're going to see this stuff end. I think you just want as much protection as humanly possible until the game like just detonates wide open.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we'll introduce another alliance here that's pretty recent but could be important or interesting moving forward.
Yep.
The jackpots. Cha-ching! This is another alliance that I actually like this alliance because for starters, it's small, so it's easier to remember.
Yeah, and it's easier to deal with. It seems that when you've got these smaller alliances, there is more loyalty to it. It's difficult to be loyal to 8 people.
It is. It really is. And this alliance is just, you have Tiffany, you have Sarah Beth, you have Claire.
Yeah.
3 people who I all kind of like, who I think are all pretty interesting, good players. Like,
yeah, I like this alliance. I like all 3 of them quite a bit.
I also just like the name the Jackpots. Like, I just think that sounds fun, and it's not macabre like the Slaughterhouse.
It's fun. It's on theme for the season. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, this if you're gonna lean into alliance names, just do something like this. I once again, I don't know how much they'll influence things right now, but it's another option.
So we also have just some situations going on with Alyssa right now, and that is involving Brent, who is telling her to stay away from Christian, which I think is something that Alyssa can figure out on her own. I'm sure she is not an idiot. She is not under some sort of delusion that she's not up because she's close with Christian. I think she's been able to figure it out.
You know, Brent's technically, he's a flight attendant in real life, so I feel like he's trying to, like, direct people to certain seats on his plane, and he's just kind of like, Alyssa, you need to sit here, Frenchie, you need to sit here.
He is strong-arming people too much, like, way too much. People can get very tired of this very quickly, because people want to play their own game. They don't want to play Brent's game.
Yeah, and I also just wonder if, and I know Alyssa and Christian, they're not actually romantic or anything, and I'm not suggesting that, but if somebody is like, oh, you need to stay away from that person or not spend time with them, doesn't that just make you psychologically kind of be like, well, now I want to spend time with them because you're telling me not to?
Yeah, the thing that Brent is really missing is just some finesse in these situations. He just doesn't have that to really be influential. It feels a lot more like strong arming, and people don't want that, especially this early in the game. Yeah. Alyssa owes you nothing, and she doesn't really know you. So back off a little bit, Brent. Brent is my least favorite person, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, Brent can go. I'm just like, he's too forceful with how he plays.
He's too bossy. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I don't like people in the game who schmooze necessarily the way that he does.
Yeah, and I mean, Alyssa knows that Christian would be an ally for her, that he is someone that would probably throw a vote towards her, so it's not good gameplay for her to just cut him off. Like, maybe she doesn't want to have him putting his arms around her or anything like that, but why wouldn't you keep an ally close? Brent, stop.
Yeah, it's like, originally I kept saying he was the Cody of this cast. I actually think he's more of the Polly of this cast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cody never really acted like that.
Yeah, so that's, Brent can go, that's fine, but we move forward now to the next exercise of this season, which is the let's all talk smack about Derek X again, even though he's not on the block right now.
Oh my god, he is really like the scapegoat of this season, where everybody is handing him the bus schedule and they're just ready to get rid of him like he's just the easiest target. This guy has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, and now you've got like Alyssa's telling Brent that she would dominate him alongside Hannah, and that he could be potentially a target of hers.
Yeah, like, what is the threat? Seems like he's just kind of a nice guy. Yeah. He's won the Veto, and that's really all. And he's made a couple friends. Like, there's a way bigger fish to fry than Derek X. Getting him out is not a game-changing resume move.
If I'm just putting on the thinking cap here for a moment, I wonder how much this is okay, we all in the house kind of need to have an easy, unified target in our head so that if the going gets tough, we can just get rid of Derek X and nobody will be that upset with us. But if you win HOH and you're starting to think like, okay, I could get rid of Derek X, but that's easy. I could get rid of this other person that could actually be a better move for my game.
Yeah, and if this many people want Derek X out for no real good reason, then wouldn't it make you think that maybe he's a good person to take to the end because you can beat him? If no one's going to give him a vote, everyone just wants him out, then like, why get him out? He seems like a good person to align with because he'll always be a bigger target than you.
And you also, I feel like if you're somebody being told information about Derek X, like Christian was telling Sarah Beth that Derek X floated out there Hannah as a possible replacement nominee. I think we talked about this a couple of days ago when Derek X was talking to Frenchie. But if that is like getting thrown out there, if I'm Sarah Beth, like, do I think, oh, why is Christian throwing Derek X's name under the bus? Is that because he's not aligned with him? Is this someone I should align with instead?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's interesting information for him to be sharing because Christian and Sarah Beth are not really like that close.
Now, Sarah Beth is very close to another guy in the house, and this is, I like this alliance a lot. I like the Kyland Sarah Beth duo that is kind of sort of going on.
Yeah.
So Kyland tells Sarah Beth about the Slaughterhouse overnight. He doesn't say this is the Slaughterhouse, but he's basically like, these are some of the people that are in it.
Yep.
He gives away some of this information.
Yep.
He doesn't give everything about the cookout.
No, that's why, again, I think the Slaughterhouse is just an alliance of convenience, and depending on who lands that HOH, Kyland is in such a sweet spot right now. Like, he really is a dangerous person to keep in the game. He is in a lot of alliances. He's got a final 2. Yeah. He's smart. He's genuine. He's fun. Yeah. Like, he is a problem in this game. If you want to win, you can't go with Kyland.
That's the other thing that's kind of so smart about what he did is that, he's smart enough to know what to tell Sarah Beth. So if she starts running around being like, there's this alliance I hear with all these people, it's not going to come back on him because there's so many untrustworthy people in the Slaughterhouse. She could have gotten that from anywhere.
Yeah. But he will know where it came from. So he'll know if he can really trust her or not.
Yeah. And here's where things get kind of interesting to me and kind of risky for Sarah Beth is her talking to Kyland about the jackpots. Cha-ching? Question mark? This could be a little bit more troublesome because it's such a small alliance and there's fewer people that are going to talk about it.
Yeah, this is always a tricky situation because, you want to keep your alliance safe or whatever, but at the same time, we have seen this work in the past with a final 2, where you tell your final 2 about a bigger alliance to build that trust, to be like, I have this alliance, but you're clearly my number 1. I am going to the end with you. And this is how I'm proving to you that I am going to the end with you because I am telling you about this alliance because you're my number 1.
If I was playing Big Brother, this is actually exactly what I would do. I would want to be in a final 2 with someone who's in like a different alliance than me.
Yep. Trade
information, make sure I'm protected at just about every single opportunity. It's risky because you never know for sure if you can trust someone, but, sure, Sarah Beth is lying to everyone about her actual job, but it seems like she's pretty trustworthy in a game sense.
Yeah, I think we're getting deep enough into the game. I know it's only 7 days, but we are starting to get where people are getting to know each other. They've been there for a week now, where they've been able to kind of suss out who's really trustworthy with them. Enough conversations have happened that I think that it's a worthy move to trust Kyland with this. I know he's part of a lot of other alliances, but you have to build something early with somebody, a ride and die until the end.
As we start to wind down this video, we have to have an Azah moment here because it feels like it's been a while since we've talked about your winner pick.
I know.
Well, okay, so Azah's doing something that I think will make certain people, as in us, very happy in that she is telling Tiffany that her target is Brent and she wants Brent out of the game.
Also, she's going after Whitney. I'm not a fan of either of these two people, and you guys know that I am a fan of Azah, so now I'm like an extra fan of Azah. I mean, she's smart. She's been playing the game really well. She's really under the radar. Nobody is targeting her. Everybody wants to have her around or in some sort of an alliance. Like, she's just in a really good spot, and targeting someone like Whitney or Brent, it's the right way to go. They're not going to work with her.
Yeah, and if in a hypothetical world where like the Slaughterhouse actually worked together for some long period of time, it's really great to chip away a number at that, or Brent strong-arming people, Whitney's close with the other parents. It's like it works out either way so long as you can pull it off, Azah. Please win HOH.
Oh, that would be so good. I'm very concerned that we're going to get like a Brent or Christian HOH next.
Oh, gee.
We'll see. We'll see.
We've been eating good on Big Brother 23 so far. Let's keep it going. Production, give us a good non-slanted competition for HOH that's not like how strong you are.
It's just going to be tough because half the house is in an alliance together that one of them is probably going to win.
I know, it's true. But okay, well, we will wrap up this edition of Live Feed Spoilers. We will be back later with more. Yep. What alliance this season right now is like exciting you the most? Are you Team Jackpots? Are you Team Kyland, Sarah, Beth? I don't know if there's a name for them.
Final two.
I don't know. Are you actually Team Slaughterhouse? Let us know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Check out our Power Book 3 preview, and we'll see you here next time.